I did. That's wonderful. That was amazing. Let's go Warriors! Yeah, across the way up there is where they play all the music from. All right, getting ready for your varsity matchup here this afternoon. That just sounds weird. At the Mason City Ice Arena. I'm sure there's an actual name for it, but I don't know what it is. We're attached to the wall here. Low, Buchan, Rowe, and Caldwell going to be your starting lineup this morning. Can't tell if the ice actually froze over or Caldwell wins it back. Buchan across the red line, sends it in deep. Kale Buchan will chase behind the net. It's going to be a hard wrap. Rowe's going to send it back down in. Already? In front, Buchan, couple spots, couple shots. Grady Rowe?
I got at least the receipt from it from last weekend.
That was Logan's? Again? Holy smokes. Caldwell loses another stick. Exiting pass. Rowe thought about stepping up to it, and that was going to be chipped up out of play. Back to center ice for the faceoff. Play with two. Back to center ice. We're going to do a complete redo here. Caldwell pushes it through, tripped up as he tries to step around. Back the other way. Buchan can't gather it up. He'll bring it outside the zone, tries to make a pass. Takes a high hit. It's gonna be another matchup where all the hits come up high around your neck and head area with no calls. Everybody just skating over top of it. I'm not sure what we're doing, but Buchan chips it up for, had it chipped around for Reichertz. Off a body in front, Buchan will drive through. Quick shot, blocker save for Barr. And Mason City back the other way. Icing called. I'll say if they wave that one off, I'm going to go down there and say something. I don't know what I'd say, but I'd go down there. We got Rasty, Coots, and Reichertz. Reichertz comes away there, shovel it towards Rasty. Rasty sends one in. Quick pad save for Barr. Tompkins holds his own. Rasty got to chase a stick down. Tries to send it back into the zone. That's going to be off a page. Back the other way. Tompkins with a hard wrap. Not going to get out. That was going to travel right in front of Graveman. He gets a stick on it. Mohawk there ready to pounce on it. Cross ice pass. Cervantes can't hold on to it. Harn can't get it out. That one's going to be blocked in front. Rasty gets a body on it. They'll both go down. Still working. Reichertz chips it out. Tompkins from behind his own net. He's going to pull up short. Make one miss off of the side and around. Chipped in by Bushbaum. Kahui is on its trail behind the net. Has his pocket picked back the other way. Odd bounce off of a stanchion, comes right up in front of bar. Buchan works through, gets a shot. That one's going to be off the inboards as well. Knocks it down, looking for Bushbaum, trailing. Kahui tries to send it down into the corner. Around behind bar. Mohawks bring it out. That one's going to be up off the glass. Would have been up off the glass. Drive through him. Quick turn. Mason City kicks it back up to the point. Turn around, send it back into the corner. Rowe in the close corner. Tries to send it out. Ends up off the skates of Kearney. D to D pass. And that one's out of the zone. Waterloo looking for a shift change. Comes back in quick to the far corner. Rowe sends it out. He's going to take a big hit into the slot. Believe that was, not sure who that was. I thought it was Loeb, got a stick on it. Cross ice pass looking for Buchan. Buchan's going to send it in. Woo! Big reverse hit by Cale Buchan. Hopefully you got that on camera. Holy smokes. Big reverse hit by Cale Buchan. Sends Peterson flailing into the bench. Wow. To the point for Harn. Harn takes a look to Tompkins. Tompkins goes wire one in. Bar got just a pad on it. Mohawks send it in deep. Bouncing puck. Travels just outside the post. Can't gather it up. Another shot comes into Graveman. Harn trying to work in the corner. Tompkins brings it up and out. Caldwell over to Harn. Harn sends it up for Loeb. Loeb brings into the zone. Mohawks left a trailer to defense, couldn't collapse and hold the line. That one's going to be icing back into the Mohawk zone. 7 shots to 4 already for the tally. Waterloo on top. Just watch a replay on that reverse hit by Buchan. Puck loose in front. Barr makes a transition to keep it from behind him. Rasty sent to the ice. He's going to come away with it. Over to Coots. Coots across the red line. He's going to send it in. Off the inboards. Reichertz drops in. Holds it in the corner. Rasty steps in to help out. Quick pass from Buchan. Off a bunch of skates in front. Rasty wraps it to the corner. Nobody there to help out. Bad shift change for Waterloo. Rowe can't quite hold the line. Drifts back out to the far side. Carter Buchan drives through. Mohawks come away with it. Across the blue line. Hild. Hild's going to take 2 for a hook. Waterloo on a penalty kill already. Tompkins, Harn, Caldwell, and Buchan won it back. Dislodged from the stick of Harn. High stick. Nobody touched that. They didn't take control of it. Back into the Waterloo zone. Buchan, Caldwell. Can't clear. Centering pass travels all the way through the slot. Shot and a pad save for Graveman. Buchan will chase it all the way into the zone. Off the side of the net. Centering pass. Saved by Graveman. Block shot off of the pads of Buchan. Buchan takes two more out. Nothing. He never eats before a game. Tompkins sends one to length, has Racy. Reichert's on the forecheck. Mohawks send it in deep. Rowe will chase it to the corner. 22 seconds left to go in the penalty for Waterloo. Walks right in. Yeah, he does. We're going too. Buchan and Medlin go for two. Yep. Talking about Super Bowl plans. Still going to skate 5-on-4 for the next 16 seconds. Waterloo will be looks like we're going to have Racy Harn, Rowe, and I can't see who's on the far side. Reichert's. Pass comes in, or shot comes in wide. Can't get a pass out. Catches an edge, it goes down into the slot. And we're going to hold on. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Waterloo kills a penalty. Coots, Reichert's, Rowe. Actually, we're going to get a forward line change. Low Buchan Caldwell come back out. Looks like we're going to keep Rowe and Harn as your D-men. Rowe high off the glass. Had Caldwell. Caldwell couldn't gather it up. Rowe sends it around. Looking to chip it out. Buchan walks through the slot. Centering pass right out front. That one will go back down for icing. Back into the Mohawk zone. Quick shift for that Caldwell line. We're going to get Hild, Kahui, and Bushbaum. Tompkins at the point. Sends it down. Might have hit us. Might have got deflected off of a stick. Kahui drives it through. Left again. Tompkins shuts it down at the. Set back in. Kahui's right there to pick it up. Centering pass looking for Bushbaum. Finds its way all the way to Tompkins. Tompkins fans on the shot, but holds the zone. That one's going to be deflected up into the Mason City players' bench. Face off back in the zone. Guess who's back? Shady's back. 6.5 left to go in the first. Face off into Waterloo zone. Shots even at 8. Caldwell wins it to the corner. Tompkins holds his own. Caldwell looking for low down in the slot. Swings one into Buchan. Buchan trying to gather it up. Takes a hit below the goal line. And Mason City back the other way. Skate to him. Midland and Buchan are back out. Caldwell had it, wins it back. Buchan takes a look, tries to. Almost picked off. Oh! Buchan can't quite get his foot back across the line. From a linesman standpoint, anyways. Face off just outside the zone. Buchan looking for his brother. Caldwell gets it up, tries to walk in. Shot just wide. Puck drifts into the corner to the half wall. Carter Buchan stops it for just a second. Rowe picks it up. He's going to skate it in to the slot. Gets a shot towards bar. Odd wrap. It's going to come out. What is he doing? Buchan's got to make a play on something there, whether he's playing the puck or playing the body. You let him skate right by, push the puck past.
I think he wanted off the ice. That's such a bad time to try and fix it.
Well, he's got to at least make a play. Racy wins it back, trying to push it through. Going to come into the slot. Coots pining for it. Racy looking for a chip around. Finds Buchan. Buchan sends it up and out. Hits Coots on a extension pass. Sends it around. Reichert's and Racy on the far side. Wow. That's bad. That's so bad. I don't know where that hit him. It must have came up through his cage. Stick got stuck in the Zamboni door, and Racy went down in a hurry. Trying to work himself back to his feet. Not sure where he took that, but his stick got stuck in the Zamboni doors. I don't know if you guys could see that or not. Stuck straight up, and I don't know where it. Just like a javelin stuck in the ice or stuck in the door. Caught him as he came through. Gracy's taking through the bench. He'll just sit down on the bench. Kahui, Hild, and Bushbaum. Harn tries to chip it through. Kahui will chase. Tompkins shoves it back in the zone. Tries to work through a couple of forwards. Hard wrap. That one's not going to get out. Or actually, it will get out. That's going to be icing. Sparing call? Caldwell, Buchan, Loeb. One back to Tompkins. Tompkins fires one in, deflected off a stick into the protective netting. Caldwell wins another one back. Pad save. Caldwell picks it up out of the corner, back up to Tompkins. Tompkins to Harn. Harn sends one in, deflected in front by Kale. Kale comes away with it, over to Loeb. Loeb sends one in, just wide of the net. Hard wrap, Tompkins steps in. Chips it across the ice, Loeb will go get it. Doesn't quite get there in time. Harn holds the line. Couldn't get a shot off. Centering pass deflected. Buchan grabs it out of the air. He's going to work to the far side. Look for a centering pass. Shot deflected once again up into the protective netting. Face off inside the Mohawk zone. Hild, Kahui, and Bushbaum. About 4.5 left to go in the first. Shot still even at 10 now. Kahui to Hild. Hild tied up behind the goal line. Comes away with it. Buchan sends one low shot. Barr gets a pad and a stick on it. He'll hold on. Icing once again on the Mohawks. Kahui gets to in the corner, catches an edge and goes down. Hild comes away with it to the half wall. That was a travel outside the zone. Buchan racing for it. Kicks it over to Rowe. Rowe takes a look. Kahui from behind his own net. Tucks it around. Looking for Bushbaum. Can't connect the pass. Mohawks come back away with it. Buchan sends one into the close boards. Off the glass, back in. Buchan will chase. Icing. Harn with a hard rep looking for Coots. Finds Coots. Coots into the neutral zone. Yep, he's got him. Awful late call. They had like 5 touches on it. Waterloo back to a power play. Varsity wins it back. Harn sends it in. Mohawks send it the length. Caldwell from behind his own net. Drives through with some speed. Shut off at the blue line. Buchan keeps it in for just a second. Harn works it back out. Over to Caldwell on the far side. Caldwell, hard wrap, looking for Buchan. And out. Need to figure out a zone entry here. Buchan with some speed. Across the blue line, works it all the way down and around, looking for anybody out front. Caldwell to Harn. Back to Caldwell. Into the slot, Varsity turns and fires. Medlin's there to shut it down. And I go back to first year JV. That power play was unstoppable, unreal. Miss opportunities for the Warriors here. Not sure what's happening, but Caldwell takes it all the way in. Shot, blocker, save. Buchan keeps it in deep. And Mohawks send it the length. Row to Varsity. Varsity trying to walk through, gets it poked off of his stick. Back the other way. Tompkins will shut it off. Walk in, 2-on-1. Shot deflected off a Rowe's pad. Centering pass finds Kahui's stick. Kahui will retreat a little bit, create some room. Finds Hild. Hild chipped it in. He walks around. Kick to the corner. Kahui comes away with it. Back up to the point for Tompkins. Tompkins takes a look. Back to Kahui. Kahui trying to find somebody in front. Holds the zone. Off some skates, and that one's going to be back out. Rowe's going to have to track that one down. Somebody needs to pick up this trailer. And icing called with 2 seconds left to go in the period. Varsity sends it on net, and that'll do it for your first period. Be back in about 15, period number 2. All right, back with a second period here. Take a second to acknowledge some of our franchise sponsors: Waterloo West High School, West High Athletic Booster Club, Farm Bureau Financial, Lynn Taylor Zimmerman, Iowa Metal Recycling, Linda Guinow, Lindgren Glass, Pratt's Pest Control, Standard Distribution, Tina Miller Woodsmall, Dennis and Elaine Loeb, Loeb Farms, Pat Kinsinger, B&D Drywall, Southridge Dental, Dan and Lisa Footbreeze, Marilyn Payne, Tracy Footbreeze, Five Seasons Tire, MC Inc., American Pattern and CNC Works, Meyer Motorsports LLC, Natural Glow, Kurt Gross, Double A Management, Jeff and Pam Coots, Dolores White, Roger and Sandy Schoonover, Ronan Industries, KCH Properties, Highway 63 Diner, Jerry and Judy Buchan, Race-D Appraisals Incorporated, Race-D Rentals, and Community Chevrolet of Cedar Falls. Appreciate your guys' support. Couldn't do it without you.
Even like only like 4 or 5 minutes.
17 minutes on the board. Caldwell, Loeb, and Buchan. Give a shout out to Grandpa Larry, Aiden's grandfather, watching today. Off the post, Buchan gathers it in, sent down. Buchan's going to try and get there. Makes a quick turn up to the point. Buchan wires one off the inboards. Loeb spins around, centering pass, and Buchan's there to put it away. Finds its way past bar. Puts your Warriors up by 1. Must have been that shout out to Grandpa Larry, bringing the power. Aiden Loeb gets the apple on that one, I think, as well as Caldwell. Cale Buchan puts that one away. Racy tied up. Reichertz comes away with it. It's going to chip it in deep. Almost picked out by Coots. Racy gets a stick on it. Trying to walk through. Mohawks centering pass. Coots will come away with it. Reichertz sends it in. Just a little bit too far. Doesn't maintain control. Reichertz sends a soft shot just outside. 2 chasing. High stick comes back inside the Omaha. Comes back in the Mason City zone. The Mohawks. Kahui set to take the draw. Hill tries to jump the gun a little bit. Tied up on the faceoff. Tompkins sends it in deep. Hill with the forecheck. Tompkins gets a stick on it. Kahui ties it up just inside the dot, or just inside the line. Tompkins sends it a little deeper. Bushbaum will pick it up at the mid-wall. Kahui to Hild in front. Just a little slow on the trigger. Kahui and Hild both driven to the boards. Mohawks back the other way. Harn pulls it to the middle. Has it knocked off of his stick. It's going to be a foot race. Harn sends him for a ride. Puck comes around to the midboards on the close side. Tompkins takes it behind his own net. Quick turn. Nobody's moving. Tompkins across. Or Hild across, rather. Goes to the far side. Loeb drops in. Puck kicks out to the far side. Loeb will chase. Blocker save for Graveman. Comes up to Buchan. Buchan kicks it out. Just past Caldwell. Can't gather it up. Rowe keeps it at the red line. Graveman steps out to play it. Carter Buchan from behind his own net. Makes one miss. Drives up with two. Caldwell to Buchan. Cross the line. Centering pass between his legs. What is that? To nobody. A guy in a white jersey. At least he redeemed himself with a hit. Can't gather it up. Caldwell tries to kick it in the zone. Can't. Buchan's got one to beat. Loeb with him on the side. Around one. Great move. Tries to pick it up on the short side. Couldn't get through. Kicked down. Held just out, just inside the zone by the linesman. Big hit by Caldwell. Coots trying to gather it up. That's going to be offsides. Caldwell and Loeb go for a line change. Pass intercepted by Rowe. Rowe sends it to the inboards. Reicherts will chase. Back out of the zone. Peterson steps in. Graveman comes up with a big save. He's going to get a shot, another shot that comes in. He'll get a quick cover on that one. 12:33 left to go in the second. Waterloo up by one. Kahui wins it back. Harn around behind the net to Bushbaum, trying to get it out. Doesn't go. Mohawks send it all the way back in and around behind Graveman. Harn with an extension pass. Graveman comes up with another big save. Caldwell wins it back. High pass. I don't know what happened, but Buchan was looking for the extension. Far side, Harm's going to pick it up at the half wall. Sends it below. Shot comes in well wide. Once again, Tompkins tries to find Loeb. Another shot comes in wide. Blocker save for Graveman. Loeb makes a poke at it. Caldwell kicks it out. Slow roller. Not all the cavalry's come back yet. Buchan tried to get a stick on it. Sent around. Fan on the shot. Caldwell's got room to skate. Over to Buchan. Buchan just led him just a little bit too far. Dumps it back to Caldwell. Caldwell had Reicherts. Still in the crease. Icing is going to be called on the Mohawks. Couple of point blank shots there. Reicherts had a good opportunity. Buchan couldn't get it to settle down. Reichert's and his direct opponent creeping in from the backside. Mohawks win it back. Buchan sends one in. Coots with a big rebound and puts it away. Carter Buchan, I think that's the second assist for Carter Buchan today. Kellen Coots puts it away. Carter Buchan with the first shot, rebound, and Kellen standing on the back door waiting to put it in. Racy set to take the draw once more. Tied up on the play. Off of the stanchion, back into the players' bench. And the bench is making more calls. Linesman and the referee are arguing about what's what. Reichert's comes away with it. Finds Coots on the far side. Racy looking to pick a pocket. Reichert steps in to help out. Now we got to get back. Big hit by Carter Buchan. Sends it all the way around looking for Rowe. Rowe will pick it up. Has Reichert's breaking on the far side. Reichert's tries to chip it in. Didn't really get a stick on it. Back the other way. Kicked out of the zone. Hill to go down. Finds Racy. Racy looking for Bushbaum now through the slot. Big rebound let out by Barr. Shot comes in. High slot. Off the corner. Centering pass doesn't get through. Tompkins shuts down the drive. Hill will pick it up at the blue line. 1-on-3 as he walks in. Puck rolls off of his stick. Bushbaum holds it in for just a second. And Mason City will clear. Kahui intercepts a pass. Spin move, leaves it for his defense. Up and through. Bushbaum sends it to the corner behind the goal. Looking for Kahui coming out from the backside of the net. Mason City out of their zone. Nice poke check by Mason Harn to keep it from getting a shot off. Up to the point, shot comes in, deflected off from skates in front. Buchan will skate with it. He's going to chip that one up into the stands. Looking for a bounce pass off the glass. Caldwell set to take face off. Wins it back. Good idea by Tompkins to hold on to it. That was going to find its way right to Graveman. Harn chucks it to the side. Another hard wrap for Mason City. Back the other way. Tompkins stops it. Caldwell tries to go for a skate, can't get through. That one's going to be off of the glass. Hand pass called on Waterloo. Mohawks win it back. Buchan kicks it out. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Reicherts couldn't gather it up. Shot off of the shoulder of Barr. And now we're going to get a penalty called. Is that on us? Power play for Waterloo. Take 2 minutes for roughing. Hopefully do a little something on this power play. We need it's time for a little bit of a freelance instead of a set play. Let's just bang it in. Let's just put one behind the goalie and take control of this game. Caldwell comes back to get it. He'll start with a full head of steam out of the zone. Travels just off of his stick. Harn over to Buchan. Buchan with a little speed. Around one. Caldwell and Buchan play catch. Now across to Harn. Somebody needs to slide into that back slot. Like it's wide open. Like slide right down in there. Harn chips it over to Buchan. Buchan steps around one. Spins back up to Harn. To Caldwell. Caldwell rifles one. It's going to be deflected off of a stick. Carter Buchan works behind the goal to his brother. Up to the point for Caldwell. Back to Buchan. They'll trade spots. Buchan drops one. Back over to Buchan in the high slot. Fires one. Big rebound. Racy keeps the zone. That one's going to be deflected to the far side. Harn's there to pick it up. Leaves it for Buchan. Buchan takes a look. Fans on the shot. Luckily, we got a bounce off of one of the linesmen. Harn's going to walk it in. Leaves it for Racy. Racy sends a hard wrap down below the goal line. Buchan will pick it up in front. Harn didn't get quite enough on it. Just a little quick touch into the pads of Barr. 11 seconds left in the power play for Waterloo. Somebody's going to have to watch this door here. Waterloo takes over. Rowe, he's going to step in. Sent down and around. Another penalty coming for. Why are we doing that? Why don't we take control of it?
Actually, like, remember Omaha? They would pull it out
Yeah.
of the zone and just.
Yeah, take control. Don't just send it back in where there's nobody. Control the puck. Make a pass. Make 2 passes. I mean, you're just flinging it into nowhere. You have control. As soon as they touch it, it's the whistle's dead. We're going to get a power play regardless. Take control. Make a play. Play hockey. Oh! Oh no! 2 wide open nets. Oh my gosh. Caldwell leaves it for Harn. Over to Buchan. Buchan chips it around. He's going to take a big hit at the inboards. Harn holds the line to Carter. Carter leaves it for Harn. Harn over to Caldwell. Almost had a nice redirect. Graveman steps out to hold it up. 45 seconds left to go in the power play. Buchan steps around too. Why would you send it in? Racy picks it up in the corner. Skips just past Reichertz. Reichertz trying to get to it. And does. To the far side with some speed. Has it knocked off of his stick. To Rowe. Rowe holds up. Over to Tompkins. Tompkins works it down low. Buried below the goal line. Stuck on the back of the net. Bushbaum leaves it in the corner. Up to Tompkins. Down to Bushbaum. Now Bushbaum's going to go for two. Oh, I think he hacked it out of his hand.
No, once it was on the ground,
Oh, did he? Oh, he called slash.
Oh,
Yeah, he hacked it right out of his hands. Bushbaum will go for two. Waterloo on a PK. Sometimes we work our best magic on the PK. Usually it's with Carter Buchan in the box. Up to the point into the slot. Buchan trying to get a interception. D to D, looking to get rid of it. Up to the point, to the half wall. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Caldwell takes it in. Caught in his skate, can't gather it up. Buchan skating back, trying to get back into the play. Hard wrap, another weird bounce off of Stanchion. Just outside the slot, deflected in front. 1 minute left to go in the penalty kill for Waterloo. Down low, deflected. Off of the sideboards and out. Waterloo looking for a shift change. Racy and Reichertz will come out. Stretch pass for the Mohawks. Why are we getting beat to those? Flushed them out, centering pass. That one's going to be deflected up and out of the arena. 1 minute to go in the period. 20 seconds left in the power play for the Mohawks. Waterloo up by 2. Reichertz dislodges the puck. Mason City on a drive back the other way. Racy shuts down the drive once again. Reichertz almost has the pocket picked. Shot comes in, big blocker save and a rebound. Coots comes away with it. Icing call on the Warriors. 26 left to go. bring out Caldwell Buchanan Loeb once again. Looks like we're going to keep Buchanan Rowe for your defenseman. One back, Rowe spins, looking for a hard wrap, trying to find Caldwell. Finds Caldwell in the blue, or just inside the blue line. Centering pass.
Wait. Whoa. Whoa.
Caldwell's going to go for 2 for holding. Tucker looking for some clarification.
That's so bad. Saying he had it like this, like his hand like this, on the ice with the heat. So he's a wizard. Your kid's a wizard. Your kid's a wizard. He's saying the hand yesterday said it, that he had his hit his arm and still was able to, but still somehow able to make all these moves.
Not sure what the explanation is. Makes absolutely no sense. Back outside the zone. And we're just going to let the time expire. Second period's over. Waterloo takes a 2-goal lead in the second. Be back in about 20 minutes with the third period. See how this all wraps up. quick start to the third period. Quick start to the third period here. Waterloo still on a late penalty to Logan Caldwell. Sent all the way back in. Minute and a half left to go. Shout out to Jana Erickson, watching from Huxley, Iowa. Just talked to my wife, and I definitely agree. Maybe a little bit more contact, a little more physicality today, but hey, we're up 2-0, so I'll take that instead. Waterloo, Mason City dumps it in. Comes back out to the corner. Back down below the goal. Bouncing puck comes in just over top of the glove of Graveman. Couple of quick passes back and forth. Play catch from the slot to the point to the midboards. He's going to walk in. Shot, save for Graveman. 30 seconds left to go with the Caldwell penalty. We're going to get Buchan, Harn, Tompkins, and I believe Loeb on the far side. Buchan wins it back. Nobody there to get to it. Tompkins sends it the length of the ice. That'll almost take care of it. Mason City might have a chance for one more rush here. Cross ice, Mason City drops in. That was offsides. Good call. Nine seconds left to tick off in the Caldwell penalty. Buchan wins another one back. Tompkins sends it the length of the ice. That will do it. Caldwell will be back on the ice. Oh, give and go. Beautiful give and go from Caldwell to Buchan. Back to Caldwell. Tompkins at the point to Harn. Harn finds Caldwell. Back to Tompkins. Good Lord. Unfortunately, I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. Down in front. Barr gets a stick on it. And tries to send that one out. Can't. Back and forth. Laharn just inside the zone. Caldwell through center ice. Works his way in. Pad save. Bushbaum walks through. Yep. Graveman gets a stick on it. Kahui sends it out looking for Hild. Hild will drive through with it. Meets some resistance as he crosses the blue line. Kahui sends it back in deep. They'll go for a line change. Finds Coots. Coots drops into the slot. Shot deflected wide. Coots gets to it again. He's going to bury it in the corner. Horasty comes away with it. Centering pass. Carter Buchan gets a glove on another centering pass. Can't find. Coots can't get a lot on it. Rowe keeps it out of the zone. Carter Buchan sends another one in deep. Coots is there, picks it up. Buchan sends it to the corner. Raisty works to the half wall. Rose sends one in. That was well wide. Would have been well wide. Deflected as it got through, or deflected before it got through. Raisty steps in. Caught in the skates. Off. Boy, that sure looked offsides. Half falling out. Kind of a hot pass. Loeb couldn't hold on to it. Rowe stops, takes a look. He's going to send it the length of the ice. That one's going to be icing. Warriors looking for a shift change. We'll get Caldwell. Buchanan and Loeb already on the ice. Tompkins and Harn. Caldwell wins it back to Harn. Hard wrap, looking for Buchanan. Can't hold on to it. Back the other way. Harn off of the ball, high off of the glass. Buchanan kicks it out. Mohawks kick it right back in. Left for Buchanan. Buchanan just across the blue line. Can't get it sent in any deeper. That one's going to be on net. Loeb will chase it. Centering pass looks for Buchanan. Buchanan gets a shot just wide. Can't gather it up. Loeb off the back of the net to the corner. Back around the other way. Tompkins can't quite hold the zone. Harn's there to pick it up. Finds Loeb. Loeb across the blue line. Left it for Caldwell. Miscommunication. Caldwell skated right over top of it. Harn makes one miss. He's going to send it in deep. Buchanan will chase to the far side. Caldwell steps in front of it, keeps his own, but not for long. Centering pass to nowhere. Tompkins tries to send it out. Tompkins across the line. Shot. Blocker saved to the inboards. Hild and Bushbaum both skate over top of it. Mohawks back the other way. Drop pass. Buchanan picks the pocket. Trying to gather it up. He's going to work it to the middle. Into the slots. Spinorama. And Barr just gets a pad on it. What a move. I can't stand up. My own spinorama. Kahui wins it back for Rowe. Rowe sends one in. That one's deflected just in just at the crease. And that one will come back out of the zone. Mohawks back in. Carter Buchanan tries to send it out. Can't find it. Puck went straight up in the air. Kahui into the high slot to Bushbaum. Bushbaum sends one in. That one's deflected in front. Kahui left it for Rowe. Rowe couldn't hold on to it. Poked off of his stick. He'll walk back in. Tries to slide it through the legs of the last defenseman. D-to-D pass. Trying to get out. They do. Shot deflected off of a stick. Rowe got a stick on it. Tried to poke it free. Kahui comes away with it. Coots will chase it back into the Mohawk zone. Reichert's on the far side. Hard wrap for the Mohawks. Reichert's picks it up to Coots, to Raisty. A sprawling goalie. That one's going to come all the way back out. Harn will get a skate on it. to hold the zone. That was going to be sent into the corner. Reichert's to Coots. Back down, Harn drops in. That one will clear. No icing. Graveman steps out and plays it. Chipped in deep by Harn. Buchan will chase. To the midboards, Harn holds his own. To Caldwell, back to Tompkins. Tompkins tries to send one, and that one's going to be deflected. Not going to get a stop on that one. Harn to the far side, nobody there. Caldwell and Loeb race in. Caldwell hits the brakes. Back and forth, nobody in front of the net. Caldwell will meet some resistance. 1-on-2 behind the net. Evidently a 12-year veteran skating, just, can't stay on his feet. Seven minutes left to go in the third. Waterloo still holding on to a 2-goal lead. Mason City comes away with it. Into the slot, shot high off the glass. Graveman gets a stick on it. Bushbaum will come away with it. Bushbaum sends it on net, just on net but wide. Off the pads, Bushbaum trying to gather it in, looking for Kahui breaking through rather. Off the glass, Bushbaum holds his own, sends it around behind bar. Kahui will chase, Harn pinches, keeps it in the zone. Rowe holds the line this time. He sends one in off of the inboards on the far side. Had Reichert's breaking with him. Rowe once again holds his own. Can't hold it this time. And that'll be icing on Mohawks. 5:45 left to go. Racy takes the face off, pushes it through. Reichert's comes away with a couple shots. Harn walks, steps around. Blocker save. Mohawks trying to clear and can't. Racy gets a glove on it. And Harn kicks it back out into the neutral zone. Back the other way, into the slot. Travels off of his stick. Tompkins picks it up. Over to Reichert's. Holds the zone. Hand pass on the Warriors. That'll come just outside the zone here. 5:02 left to go in the third. Like to see another goal here for a cushion, but tied up on the play. Buchan will come away with it. He'll send it in deep. Pass intercepted by Harn. Looking for Loeb. Can't connect a pass. Buchan will step in. Shot wide. Tompkins holds his own, kicks it into the corner. Caldwell will chase. to the high slot, wired in. Paddle save, still behind the net. Harn shuts it down quick. Caldwell walks in slot, shot. Barth got a glove on it, but didn't actually make the save. It traveled behind him into the glass. Pass intercepted once again. I think Harn got a stick on it. Harn or Tompkins. Wow. Harn steps in. Off of the post. Loeb slides in. Centering pass. Caldwell and Coots got tied up a little bit there. Didn't get a good shot off. What do you mean? He's like I did it? What are you talking about? I did it. What a punk. That's just dirty. Why? What's the point of that? So stupid. Why do we want a power play? Kept in for just a second. Tompkins over to Loeb. Can't quite connect a pass. Rowe with a lot of pressure. As well there should be, skating 5-on-4. Tompkins down to the half wall, and Mason City will clear. Got to get there. How about a little urgency? Oh my Lanta. What are we doing? Pass deflected. All right, out, up and out. Finds Rowe on a break. Rowe sends it in a corner. Glove down by Tompkins. Tompkins to to Reichertz rather. That one's gonna be sent down. Graveman will step out to play it. Tompkins will chase. Caldwell with a head of steam through center ice, around the defense. Stop by Barr. Did he lose a blade? Barr lost one of his skate blades. Jocelyn Endelman gets him fixed back up.
The assist from Carter with his glove.
Right, the assist from Carter.
Hey, he covered the puck.
Why does it come back out of the zone?
Why is it coming out of the zone?
What's going on? What?
Apparently the goalie covers it. It's upside out.
I guess. Buchan across looking for into the equipment of Buchan. Buchan tries to walk in, gives it to Harn. Back to Buchan. Buchan takes a look, leaves it for his brother. Walks in, shot deflected. Racy comes away with it. That was going to be sent down. Mohawks full strength. Buchan brings it out of the zone with authority. Racy comes all the way around. Comes just out of the zone. About 1 minute, just over 1 minute left in the period. Buchanan tries to send it in. Caldwell skates right over top of it. Just outside Harn's reach. Looking for Harn in the middle. Beautiful goal by Logan Caldwell from a pass from Savion Hild from the far side. Waterloo goes up 3-0. Logan looks gassed. Hild, Kahui, Bushbaum, Rowe, and Tompkins. Kahui works to the far side, finds Hild. Kahui picks it back up, meets some resistance at the blue line. Bushbaum into the high slot. Rowe brings it back out. 20 seconds left to go in the period. Sent in by Tompkins. And that'll do it. The Warriors come away with a 3-0 win. Got a little bit of a late start, but capitalized in the second and third period. We'll be back in Waterloo tomorrow versus the Caps. Early games again tomorrow, 10:30 and 12:30. Tune back in and catch your Waterloo Warriors in action.